What's up, humans? It's Steven, and we are back with Stranger Things Season 4, Episode 6. Last episode, we saw the return of Brenner, and I'm very conflicted about it because he comes at a time of extreme need for our characters and for Hawkins, and he comes acting like a savior, acting like he knows what's best, acting like, he has good intentions. But I don't know, I'm not 100% sold on it. I really hate his methods as far as trying to get Elle to connect with her abilities. He really uses negative reinforcement for her. He really tries to get her to tap into her rage and her anger, and I just feel like that's just a bad way to go for someone who is so powerful. But it really does sort of draw in the comparisons to Elle and Jean Grey within the X-Men comics. So I think that's a really cool wrinkle of the story. If you'd like to see the full-length reactions, you can check out my Patreon, patreon.com/StevensUniverse. I love chatting with you guys over there. When a lot of you send me messages, and I really enjoy it. I like chatting it up with you guys and just talking to you about your day and things like that. Or if you still want to chat with me, you can hit me up on Instagram as well. That'll be also in the description. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. I love when subtitles say music intensifies. Oh, I forgot homie from the basketball team died at the end of the last episode. You still think it's Eddie, Chief?
Where was Eddie when that happened?
He was in the boat, like I said.
Right. But then, who lifted Patrick out the water?
These dudes are like, I'm not understanding.
You don't believe me? How do you expect to stop the devil if you don't believe he's real?
Hawkins PD seriously needs Hopper.
Where's the girl?
I don't know.
There are two proposed explanations for what is happening. An invisible boogeyman from another dimension is slaughtering these kids. Explanation two. Dr. Brennan's special little pet has gone rogue again, and he and his lackeys are now seeking to cover it up.
My money's on explanation one, for real.
Back to the Soviets. Where is she?
He is not giving up anything, bruh. This man has a higher security clearance than y'all. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, that's horrible. That's almost like the Iron Bull that they used to do in was it Roman culture? I want to say.
The blood supply to the brain is cut off. It scrambles the signals in the brain to the point where the mind can forget how to do things. I believe that your signals were scrambled in much the same way.
Damn.
But just as a stroke victim can learn to walk again, I believe you too can return to your full power. Your abilities are still in here. You just need to remember.
So that's good to know. Her abilities are a part of her. They don't exist independent of her.
Oh, hey. Is Susie here?
Ow.
How many siblings does she have? Wait, they can read fantasy stuff and they're religious?
Susie! Yeah? Who the heck are you? What are you doing in my room?
Sorry, that's fair.
No, listen, we're Dustin's friends.
Yeah, we really need your help.
That's a weird way to meet someone.
This is it, American. I hope you're ready.
Oh, they're about to release the Demogorgon? Oh my god.
Ну чего вы ждете? Вперед!
They thought. Oh man. Oh, what a fake out. By the way, this would be a way better Red Guardian origin story than the one that they put in the MCU. Oh, we getting a meal? What the hell? I don't trust this. Why?
Нас ждет жесткая схватка. Ну что еще со схваткой?
Gotta fatten them up.
Зверь из другого мира. Ровно 30 секунд. 30.
Damn.
И все шестеро.
That thing is ravage.
Feet tall.
Yeah, hop nose.
White skin.
Hop nose.
Face. No eyes.
А ты откуда знаешь?
Because I've seen one.
I fought him back in America.
You know why they feed captive predators live prey? Because if they don't, the predator gets bored and it stops eating. We're not here to train this monster with swords and axes. This food isn't to make us strong.
It's to make you sluggish. Yeah, and fat.
It's plump.
So eat up, boys. Enjoy. This is your last meal.
Ooh, I love the whole mythos around the Demogorgon. It's like this American's like, back in my day, we had to fight it and 1,000 of its demodogs.
You remind me of someone I used to know really well.
Who was the first?
Papa said that he doesn't
Exist, I know.
Not anymore.
Maybe we'll save that story for another day. It doesn't have a happy ending, I'm afraid. He had found his strength in a memory from his past. Something that made him sad,
Oh my God, no.
also angry.
No.
The woman.
Oh, that was when her mom found her. Oh, shoot.
That was your mother.
Mama is dead. She died making me.
And who told you that?
He kind of reminds me of Finnick Odair from The Hunger
What
Games.
do you think?
Everyone back in the targets has something in their life. Something that's
Hurting them.
And no one realizes until it's too late. That's mad powerful.
I'm sorry. I wasn't there.
It's not your fault.
No,
I disappeared.
no, you didn't. I just didn't look hard enough. I see you.
That was so good.
Last night I saw things I can't explain. Things the police don't want to believe.
Oh, they about to have church up in here.
Things that these murders are ritualistic sacrifices. We've all heard about how satanic cults are spreading to our country like some disease. And Eddie Munson,
Chief is like,
he's the
oh my
leader of one of these
God.
cults.
Why did Hop
That
have to
operates
die?
Right here in Hawkins. They call themselves Hellfire.
That's bullshit. The Hellfire isn't a cult. It's a club for nerds.
Yeah, speak your truth, Erica.
A club, a harmless club. That's what they want you to think. But it's a lie.
Oh my God, not the satanic panic.
So join me in this fight. Let us cast out this evil and save Hawkins together.
What are y'all just sitting there? You heard the kid?
Oh no, not the angry mob.
I want you all to hear me loud and clear on this. Anyone interfering with this investigation will be arrested.
I mean, for real though.
We will be implementing a curfew. So if you are not in your house after sunset with the doors locked, you will be written up.
And bro, y'all gotta put him in jail at this point, because it's for their own safety. They cannot go out on no vigilante shit right now.
That is a
Hopper would have never let that happen. He would have shut that down immediately.
After changing Dusty's grade, I was racked with the most awful guilt.
Oh no.
Naturally, after learning the terrible truth, he confiscated my computer.
Wait, her dad is religious? Why is everybody else in the house not?
I'm as likely to see it again as I am my poor Dusty bun.
This compass worked correctly when we left the Wheelers. It was correct when we got in the car on Curly, but it started to slip the further east we went. I wasn't wrong. The compass was.
Yes.
Faulty equipment, dude. You're still
We've been
wrong.
through this before.
It isn't faulty. Lucas, do you remember what can affect a compass? Any
The electromagnetic field, yes.
Yep. In the presence of a stronger electromagnetic field, the needle will deflect towards that power.
Yes, we've been over this in season 1.
There's a gate.
But we're nowhere near the lab.
But what if, somehow, there's
Let's
another
go.
gate, a gate that we don't know about? It happens
Oh,
to
that was what was in the water.
Eddie's still a wanted man. We can't just go for a hike in the woods.
This little steel capsule might be the key to saving both Max and Eddie. What say you, Eddie the Banished?
I say you're asking me to follow you into Mordor Shire.
The Shire is burning. Oh my god.
So Mordor it is.
What is Mordor?
Come on, pick up a book every now and then, Steve. Become a cultured man. Your friends are cultured.
If you allow anger or emotion to invade your thoughts, you will fail. I promise. Begin.
Damn. Oh, these are cool shots. Damn, 5 is legit. It just gets harder each time because everybody just gets a little more afraid of him.
Good luck.
That man, Brenner is not a fan. He's like, don't be showing her favoritism. Damn.
He had found his strength in a memory from his past. Something that made him sad. Angry.
Shit. Hey, she won. She completed the task. She gets an extra hour in the Rainbow Room.
Well, it looks like we have a new winner.
He's so mad. He's so mad. Oh shit, did they kill that guy? Is that why she gets mad? Like, he's starting to become her ally. Did they do something to him?
You want to make a fool of yourself? Go ahead. But to bring down these men, leaving them with no hope. What's the purpose of that?
I tell them the truth. You feed their delusion.
I have a son, Mikhail. I cannot leave this world with him believing his father is a traitor. I need to get back to him and...
But you are a traitor. There's no way around it, Chief. Oh, this is all the plan.
I would stop speaking unless you wish to die sooner.
It doesn't really matter. I know
They about to take this man's keys. Here we go. Here we go. Somebody's losing their keys tonight.
Was that worth it? Was that worth it?
We call it a demigorgon. I don't know how they got it here, what the hell they're doing with it. Everything I said about it is true, except it has one weakness.
Fire. Oh, he got his lighter. Nice, nice.
So I need some fuel.
Hell yeah.
Some.
Hell yeah. We about to make a Molotov cocktail, boys.
So you asked me if it was worth it. To answer your question,
Yes, sir.
yeah, I think it was worth it. You son of a bitch.
Light it up, boy.
Don't make me laugh. My ribs are broken. Don't make me laugh.
Cornelius? Cornelius!
This is a big ass house.
Wait, where's Argyle?
Shit, I don't know.
And 3, 2.
My man is macking it up.
And we're in.
Holy heck.
I don't see an address.
Maybe it's hidden in the code somehow?
What you just said makes no sense.
Hold your butts. I'll just trace the IP.
The I what?
The Internet Protocol address. It's a unique numerical label given to all information technology connected to the internet.
What's the internet?
Don't worry about it.
Oh man, simpler times.
You were being sarcastic.
Yeah.
I love Susie. She's so badass.
Hi, Father. You look like you need a nap.
You're not gonna question the fact that she has like 6 grown men walking through your house.
Dustin's right. You're a certified genius.
I think we just spooked a skunk.
Oh man, Argyle knows how to lay it down, bro. Gotta smoke it up with the shawties. Yeah, they went after that dude, and that's gonna upset her. Dang, I'm sorry for doubting you, Chief. That's probably I'm assuming this is probably why she snapped.
You shouldn't be wandering the halls.
Oh, what? Not them about to gang up on her.
And not safe. You shamed me today. I was holding back.
Sure, Chief.
You do that before everyone. Before Papa.
Oh my God. And she was tiny when this happened too. Alright, I hate to say it, but you guys are kind of writing your own death sentence here. Ooh. This would be so much harder to watch if she was her actual size.
Tell Papa we did this. We will kill you.
So now you just made her fend for her life. All bets are off now, kid. I'm sorry. And there it is.
What have you done?
Damn.
What have you done?
Okay, easy. Deep breaths. Take deep breaths.
You did well, 11. You did very well.
Okay, so she didn't remember that at all. That's why she's never mentioned that before.
Whoa.
It's going haywire.
Wait. They're stopping. What are they stopping for? Guys, what's going on?
Dustin, your compass has gone from wonky to wonky with a capital ah.
Steve, what are you doing?
Somebody's got to go down there and check this thing out.
And do what when you see it? Nancy like, oh man, I've missed that. And Robin is over there just laughing.
Steve? Be careful.
Oh, we see where this is going. Oh, okay. You've seen everything you need to see now. Go back up and report back to the team. That is a big gate. Oh, that's a hell of a shot. It's like an eye. The Eye of Vecna. Don't. What are you know it's a gate. You don't need to touch it. You know what it is. You've seen it before. Get the hell out of there.
It's pretty damn big.
Yeah, get the hell out of there, bro. Oh my god, that was like Star Wars. When Luke got dragged down in the trash chute. Oh man. He's literally in the upside down now. Holy crap. He's never been there before, has he? I don't think he has. Oh no, they got Dustin. Running's never been his strong suit. Okay, cool. It's the cops. Cool. Demobat. This is terrifying. I would not want to be here. Oh my god. Nancy, now would be a really good time to save your mans. Oh, this is hard to watch. Oh my god. You're kidding. Okay, so that was episode 6 of season 4. It was a bit of a slow burner in comparison to things that have happened over the previous course of episodes, but I feel that's probably needed because I'm pretty sure from here probably to the end of the season things are going to be on 10, especially with the way they left us off with that cliffhanger. But yeah, I do want to talk about quite a few things. So let's start with 11. I really do appreciate the time that they're taking with 11. First of all, it's so sad. She's one of the most tragic characters that I've ever experienced in a story. Just from every turn, she's kind of treated horribly. And then when she reacts to her horrible treatment, people turn it on her and be like, oh, you're terrible for that. And it's just like, yo. But I want to talk about what she's going through right now because she's going through one of the more important arcs of a superhero. This is the moment the superhero loses his powers, his or her powers. This is a major arc that happens in almost every superhero, from Wonder Woman to Batman. Spider-Man lost his powers. There always comes a time, and it's usually probably like the second major arc of a superhero within comics, is for them to lose their abilities, because the idea of the superhero, what they need to learn is that they are not just their powers. In their first arc, they usually have to come to terms with the fact that they now have these new abilities and the burden that leaves on them, and like their responsibility towards the world. Whereas the second arc, in which they lose their powers, they have to understand that their ability is within themselves. It is they're a superhero not because they have superpowers. They're a superhero because they chose to use their abilities for good. And as long as you have that mindset, and if you can learn to be able to fight and still save people without your powers, well, then ultimately you'll be unstoppable. And that arc in which the hero loses their powers, it always comes into play later on in any arc that comes afterwards, because every time that the hero is at their lowest point or at the hardest part of their journey, at a big fight where they think they're going to lose, they can remember back to a time in which they were powerless and still managed to come out on top. And so it's just kind of a lesson to them that there's really nothing that can hold them back if they believe in themselves. And so 11 had to go through that. She went through this whole season being powerless, and now she's regaining her powers. Unfortunately, she's regaining them in a very I want to say not a very good way, so to speak. Like, she's really learning, like they're really hitting on that rage and sadness is what brings her abilities, and I refuse to believe that. Like, that's never the case with abilities. It's never just one end of the spectrum. Emotions in general are extremely powerful, and yes, sadness and rage are easier emotions to tap into and easier emotions to draw from. It sometimes seems like there's a bigger power well within anger and sadness. That's why people lash out. That's why people do things when they're angry. That's why people are more likely to fight people when they're angry rather than when they're not angry. However, at the end of the day, the spectrum of emotions is all the same. You can retrieve just as much power from your negative emotions as you can from positive emotions. And so that's one thing that 11's really gonna have to learn. I do appreciate that they gave us a little bit of insight on how her powers work. So within comics, there are different designations from where powers can come from. There are scientific abilities in which the hero got their abilities from a scientific experiment or a disaster. Take the Flash, Barry Gordon, he was struck by lightning while working on various chemicals, and those chemicals mixed with the lightning splash onto him gave him powers. He received his powers through scientific means, very much like Spider-Man. Spider-Man is a bit up for debate. People aren't sure if Spider-Man is a mutant or if he is a science-based hero, because while he was bit by a spider that was being performed scientific experiments on, it literally altered his DNA and in a way that DNA will be altered if you are a mutant. So there's science, there's magic, there's supernatural, and then you have like a mutant who was born with their abilities. Elle is, like I've been saying all this time, she is a mutant, and where being a mutant is different from, say, getting your powers from science or magic or the supernatural. Those abilities are literally a part of you. So, for instance, I just brought up the Flash. If the process were reversed, if the process in which he got his powers were somehow reversed, technically his powers could be taken away from him, like never to return. But with 11 or a mutant, your powers really can't be taken away from you permanently. They can be hidden from you or locked away from you, but they can't be taken from you because they literally exist as a part of your body. So, for example, with humans, we breathe. Like, that is a natural part of our body. Like, our bodies are designed to breathe, and that's how a mutant works. Whatever their abilities are, their body naturally works in a way to make that ability work. Like, so it's like muscle memory. So you can't exactly take away the power of a mutant. You can hide them from them, or you can lock them away from the mutant, but you can't like take them away. They don't exist independently of that mutant. So that's what Brenner was kind of telling her, that she's kind of, her connection to her abilities has been cut off, but it has to be restored. And so I do appreciate that they took the time to explain that, because you never know, like, that is very significant in how powers work within comics and the superhero story in general. So I am sad to say that I think I am officially hopping off of the Stranger Things throuple idea. I think season 1, season 2, and even a little bit of season 3 throuple would have been great between Nancy, Jonathan, and Steve. But currently, we can see Nancy's kind of favoring Steve a little more. I just don't know if Nancy and Jonathan really have too much in their future, too much going for them in their future. Like, they are extremely far apart. This is not today in which they can keep in touch with each other as easily through social media and like FaceTime and all of that. And yeah, like, we saw it a little bit last season. What they have, like, their idea of their life going forward is very different from one another. They are heading in two different directions, and that's okay. And that's normally what happens in high school. Rarely do we like stick around and either keep the same friends or keep the same relationships through high school, because most of us are on a different path that we are heading. And so it's like, while I would have loved to see a non-monogamous relationship between the three of them in seasons 1 and 2, and maybe a little bit of season 3, I don't see that being a possibility now. And that's okay, because the way I see relationships is we're all walking on our own path, and eventually our path converges with someone else's path, whether it's a friend or a loved one, a romantic interest, and we will walk on the same path with them for as long as our paths stay connected. But eventually there always comes a point in which our paths split and we have to go in our own direction, and all we can do is be happy that our loved one is headed for their right destination and be grateful that we got to spend, you know, whatever time that we did on the same path, getting to know them, getting to love them, and just wish for the best for them for the future. And I kind of feel like that's where Nancy and Jonathan are at now. They were good for each other for a time, but now they have to go on their own separate paths. Like, they both have very different futures awaiting them. And Steve kind of doesn't really have like too much. I'm not gonna say he doesn't have a future ahead of him, but I would say his future is a little more malleable than Jonathan's. I feel like Jonathan has a direction that he wants to go, and Steve is just kind of, you know, he's just kind of here. So whatever direction Nancy needs to take, you know, Steve can kind of continue on that path with her if he so desires. But so yeah, sadly, I have to say this is the end of the Stranger Things throuple watch, even though it's probably never gonna happen. But yeah, those are my thoughts on this episode, and I'm excited for the next one. That's gonna do it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember to drink some water, and if no one's told you today, just know that I love you. Peace out, everybody.